Welcome everybody to more of The Witness here on AP Games, continuing our Let's Play through The Witness. Okay, I'm still fairly convinced that this is an environmental puzzle. Maybe it's just me seeing things. Anyways, I'm here in the caves area. From what I gathered from the comments, this appears to be like some bonus area or something. Some special area, so one, I'm flattered that I was able to find it, and two, thank you for the encouragement, I guess. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this area before going to the other area, which seems like the pillar area. One, because I want to avoid doing the pillar puzzles for as long as possible, because that's who I am. I like to put off responsibility until the last minute. And two, because if this is like a bonus area, I want to complete it before I want to say complete it. I want to try and do all the puzzles before we move on. If there's one that's taking me like 3 episodes to figure out, I'm not gonna keep, you know, banging my head against the wall for that one. But for these guys, I think I can handle these guys. So let's give these a shot. Sure. I mean, this doesn't like. Okay, so that's what makes it difficult. Is this little break up here prevents me from... So I need to end going this way. That is. So then I think I just want to go like this. Right? That wasn't too bad. Okay, so for this one, it's similar, except I can't go up and down here. So that means I want to end going this way. And, no, I can't do that. Can I do that? No, because those would be backwards. So I need to find a way to accomplish these another way. Oh, what if I did it? Excuse me. Ah, okay. I think I've got it. So I want to do it like this. Yeah, there we go. Okay, that wasn't too bad. Same place. Coming down here. Okay, so I want to go. All right. So I need to end. Where do I need to end this? I need to end it. Can't come this way and go over because then I can never cross. Okay, so I do need to come up this way. Sorry, got a little something in my throat. I feel like this is not gonna work. Okay. So could have one here, like that. Okay. Alright, so based on what I know, again, just kind of speaking what I know to be true about The Witness, I'm not going to be using the same, I'm likely not going to be using the same solutions as I have here. So I can kind of rule these solutions out for this next, I think. They don't seem to, it doesn't look like they would work. So how do I want to go about that? Do I want to do something weird like this? That's not gonna work. Ah, okay. An idea. I don't think it's gonna work out, but it's an idea. Of coming up here first. Yeah, see, this is... It doesn't work because we've got these extra blocks in here. So I could eliminate one of those extra blocks there. Again, that doesn't work. But does this do any... Can't do that there. But I can't... No, and I can't do this one up here either. So So I know it's likely not one of these answers. Well, it can't be this answer because this one's here. And it's probably not going to be this answer just because the endpoint is different. The endpoint's different here too, actually. Okay. Alright, so what do I know about this puzzle? I know that... I know that we have to... Obviously, we start here, we end here, and then we need to... So putting the L-shaped block, an L-shaped block here is not going to work. Well, no, it won't work. I could put an L-shaped block here, and then the other one here. Let's try that. So what is that going to look like? So it'd be these 3 blocks here and these 3 blocks here. So in order to get that to work, I would need to... I need to come up like... No. I'd have to come... Okay, I'd have to come up the side here like this. I don't think that'll work. But I'm going to give it a shot. See, it would look like that, except like this includes an extra block. But I feel like I'm onto something with this. Again, a bunch of extra blocks right here. Put it there. We could do here. Trying to see if we can stack them horizontally somehow. So here, okay. Yeah, let's try it like this. I think that's one. Oh, okay. Well, if that's one extra block, then let's do it like that then. There. Boom. Okay. So this solution won't work because we have a different endpoint. Let's go back to these other ones. That one, these two both won't work because of this block here. So let's try going vertical again. Or, yeah, vertical. I said horizontal earlier, didn't I? Let's try going vertical again. So vertical would be putting one here and one here. That will not work because of this block. Alternatively, we could do one here, like what we have on this one, and then we just kind of do it backwards, which almost works, except that we have to cross ourselves again. So that is not correct. Okay, so I know that obviously we end here, start here. The end point, well, doing this here, this block works right here. This one does not. So we could do this block here and then this block. Can't do it there because this is blocked off. We can't spin these. Okay. Well, we could fit both of them right here, actually, now that I see that. Fit both of them there, and then we just fit the other L-shaped block, like, back up here. Would that work? That works. Boom! Okay, I don't know if we get anything from this, but... Is that a... Okay, that's just more of a... I was looking at that thing right there. I was thinking it was another recording. Okay, well, that's cool. Alright, so there's one thing done. Alright, this one looks like a symmetry puzzle. Yep. Okay, so this seems to be a similar problem as the problem that we saw when on the floor puzzle, where I have to make symmetrical cutouts using asymmetrical blocks. So the key here is to figure out how these blocks can combine together on both sides to make a symmetrical item. Which that's pretty tough. Okay, the other thing we know is 1, 2, 3. It's only 6 tall, so we can only Okay, but it is symmetrical, so we could do something like this. So we can go up to, so we can actually go further. We can actually go up to 4, correct? Yeah. So that's obviously not going to work. But we can go up to 4 blocks high and up to 6 blocks long. However, I have a feeling that it's not going to be, it might be 3? I don't know. That's a gut. That's a gut thing. Okay, so symmetrical blocks, or symmetrical items, let me rephrase that. Symmetrical cutouts from asymmetrical blocks is what we're going for. The easiest way to do this, okay, so these obviously mirror each other, but that seems too easy. So let's try something else. Okay, I'm going to... Ooh, I just hit my microphone. Sorry about that. So let's try this. I'm going to draw it out on my fabulous drawing sheet. We're drawing something other than a regular... I'm just drawing the blocks. The board itself doesn't seem too restrictive. It's the blocks that we need to solve. So I'm starting with this. Okay, the other good thing that we know is that these shapes can't rotate. So that's encouraging as well. So we know that this is the set orientation for them. Okay, so if we got the 3 block there, then how do we create that shape on the... So I have to create that shape in a mirrored fashion. That's probably the tricky part, is that these are these mirrored? I think they are. Right? Because if I were to... Oh, they're not. They're not mirrored. Or more so, probably the other way to say it is they're mirrored both this block is... So mirrored would be that this block was an L shape like this. This is, you know, it's mirrored vertically but not horizontally. So it's been flipped on its y-axis but not its x-axis. Is that correct? I don't know. It makes sense to me. Anyways, solving puzzles and communicating effectively is difficult when you do them at the same time. That's actually, so, quick side note. If anyone here is deciding on becoming a YouTube gamer, first of all, go for it. It's fun. You'll learn a lot. And you'll have a lot of respect for those who have created gaming channels in the past and how much they've built up, because it is actually very difficult. Secondly, you also find out how incredibly difficult it is to try and communicate in a fashion that's coherent while playing a game. Like, normally when you play a game, you might like let out an exclamation or something like that when you do something, when you get an achievement or beat a boss or something like that. But you generally don't try and hold an intelligent conversation while you're trying to play a game. You'll be amazed at how poorly you play the first few games when you're trying to have a coherent conversation, a coherent one-way conversation. All right, back to the puzzle. All right, so I need to create. So I need to mirror the shape. Okay, so here's the useful thing. Here's one thing I've noticed. So this shape right here, this L shape, is the mirror of this L right here. And, okay, then this L shape right here is the mirror of these L shapes right here. So really, okay, all right, I think I've got it. So we're going to plug this. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to plug this guy right here on, if you were to imagine these two being connected, we're basically going to plug this guy right here, attach him to this top corner right here. So the shape will be like this, here, and then over. And then for this one, we're basically taking these 3 blocks and we're plugging them on top of this last block over here. Because this is mirrored to these 3 blocks. this is mirrored to these 3 blocks, and then this block up here basically would convert over that one. So let's give that a shot. So it'd be 3 across the bottom. Okay, so it's 3 across the bottom, and then it's like this. Yeah, that works. Okay. I realize you could also do it. You could also do it like the next block over, and the next block yeah. You could also do it the next 2 blocks over too. So okay, cool, nice. Those weren't too bad. This one, was it this one? These were a little bit trickier. This one wasn't too bad. All right. Now I feel like these are going to get progressively worse as we go farther into this little abandoned mine shaft. The other thing that's kind of disconcerting is that there's this giant abandoned mine shaft. And I don't know where it leads, and there was a cave-in, obviously, so that's not encouraging. However, okay, second thought on that, though, is that from the recordings, it seems like this is a carefully constructed environment in which to test users on their puzzle-solving skills. Because of that, there's probably nothing of consequence back there. That's my thing. Okay. So this puzzle seems pretty straightforward. These ones are going to get progressively harder, yeah. So again, this is kind of the same scenarios that we had back here. Is that the solutions that we have to these puzzles are not going to be the same as any of the other one. So we've got same start point and end point, same block configuration, but we have different breaks in the map, the grid. So where do we go with these? Could go... Alright, so we could do something like... So switching them won't work, because we've got this break here that would still have to apply. We can't put this guy up in a corner. We can't bring him down here, because this break still applies. Switching them. What if we switch them? So we put this guy here. Where do we put this one? We could put this guy here, and then this block would be right here. So let's try that out. So it's like that. Okay, not too bad. All right, so again, as we see, same start and end point, but then we've got a new breakpoint which prevents both of our previous solutions from working. Switching them again will not work, because we'd have a block right here. We'd have to get through this point. So we can move. I mean, if we just do like this here and no, that doesn't work because they're not included. Okay, but we can switch them up top. No, we can't, because that would look like this, and then we're sad. Okay. So if we put one here, can't put this guy here, can't put him here. We have to cover this space somehow. So I think that this block has to stay right here. Yeah, this block has to stay here, because otherwise we can't reach it. Because we can't put it down here. This guy we can't do this way. So this block has to be here. And then this block, by extension, has to be right here then. I think. So it would look like this. Yeah. Okay. Alright. Again, you can see that the breaks that we have here and here directly conflict with the previous ones that we had. So we can't do that same solution. Can't. That's not... no, that won't work. Okay. So, same start and end point. Different breakpoints which conflict with our previous solutions. So previous solutions look like that. None of the previous solutions will work based on the breakpoints. None of the previous solutions will work based on the breakpoints. That's good to note. Okay. I can't place them here because then we would miss this guy. Can't place... Well, we could do a switch. Oh, is this the switch one? I think this is the one where we switch positions for them. There we go. Okay. And again, this little break here prevents us from switching them. So now we have to come up with a new solution. So this guy can go right here. And then... Okay, so if we do that, that prevents us from getting this one. Unless maybe we do some fancy footwork here, somehow. That's not gonna work. Okay. So... This guy right here will work. Can't... We could do it right here. We could switch position of one of them. Oh, okay. Let's try that. This, here. There. Boom. Done. Nice. Awesome. Good stuff. I'm happy with that. Okay. Well, I guess the question is, do we bounce back? Oh, split dots. No thank you. More Tetris blocks. Oh, okay. Yeah, whatever. All right, let's try the split dots. We'll just try and we'll try and finish out this side of the wall here for this episode. That'll be pretty good. Actually, we did. I'm 1, 2, 5. We've solved 10 puzzles this episode. That's okay. So that's either that I haven't played this in a while and I've kind of got like that you know, my mind has been, you know, hasn't been thinking about these things for a while, and so I've got like that fresh perspective thing. Or it could be that these puzzles are just easier and I don't want to think about that. Okay. So this is an interesting puzzle because these split blocks right here. Do we... It appears that they're at the edges, but I don't know that for certain. All right, so here's what I'm gonna do. I want to test this real quick. Okay, so why are... Okay, you're not... How in the world... How do we do that? Okay, so this is vertical. So that tells me that this... Okay, a nice T-shape seems like it is the most logical thing for it to work out. Okay, so that worked. All right. I want to, before moving on, I want to like think through this because... All right. So this 3 block right here is obviously right here, which means these split blocks take up this space and this space, and then this space and this space. So somehow... So that means that it doesn't matter how many spaces are in between those blocks. It just matters that they're separated. That's interesting. That's really interesting. That's actually like a new... I don't recall ever doing one of those in outside. Okay. We've also got the removal blocks here. All right, so removal blocks, diagonal. So what if we did something like this, where we stack... All right. So I remember with the Tetris blocks, I remember that the first principle is that this is basic math. This is a math problem in Tetris block form. So we've got 4 plus 4 minus 2 is 6. There should be 6 blocks of space in our final answer that include both this, like all these areas. So 1, 2, 3, well, no. There should be 8 blocks of space. And then 2 of them get subtracted, I think. So the 4 block here. And then okay. So we could either switch positions for these guys, or, so switching positions would be like that. Okay, that doesn't work. I think we have to include this. So I think that tells us that this L shape has to go here. Because we need to have this, like, in order to fulfill this requirement, we have to have it in the same area. If it's not in the same area, like if this area is fulfilled, like just for example, like he's not happy because he doesn't have blocks to subtract from. So he has to be included in this area, which means either we have to put the square block here, but then we can't reach both of these with the L-shaped block. So the L-shaped block has to go here. So this is at least part of our answer. Right here. Then, how do we get it so that... Alright. So let's try it like this. I have a feeling that this isn't correct. Okay, so none of these people are happy. Why is that? We got the... Okay. So maybe I was wrong. Did I do my math wrong? We need to have 6... We do need to have 6 blocks in our final thing. Yeah. Okay. So if we need to have 6, then here's 4 of them right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. So where do we add this? So then we'd have to add it like right here. And that would subtract 1 block. We would subtract 1... what? Okay, let's try that. Again, I don't think that this is correct. It would look something like this. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, that's because we have 7 blocks. Okay. Well, we have to include this block here in order, so it would be like... Oh, okay. Overlap. Of course. Overlap. Alright, so if we overlap, and then we subtract. So I actually have to do the subtraction myself. Okay, but by overlapping, we're also doing the subtracting. That's it. Okay, so then we can have the... So the 4 block goes here, L-shaped block here. This overlap counts as 1 subtraction. Then we just remove this guy, because that... Yeah, I think that works. There! Yes! Awesome! Okay. So maybe to explain that a little bit better. So I knew that 4 plus 4 minus 2, I need to have 6 blocks in my end product. So we fulfill that. We knew that we had to have the L shape here because otherwise we could not get all these blocks into the same area. So that gives us this. Then I need to be able to have this block fulfilled. I need to include it in my final area. So I know that I have these 4 right here plus this one in my final area. So that's 5. And then the only place I have to do is add 1 more. That's 6. So I'm basically what I did is I put the square block here, subtracted this one manually, and then I subtracted this one by basically having an overlap between the L-shaped block, which comes right here, and the square block, which would have been right here. So there's 1 block of overlap right there. Awesome. Good stuff. Okay, so another symmetrical one. Interesting. This doesn't seem too bad, though. Like, that was really easy. Like, I feel like... Like, that was so easy, like, I feel like I missed something. Okay. Ooh. Ooh. Ew. Oh, gosh. Wow. This one's kind of nasty. You nasty puzzle. You nasty. So this guy sits right here, like could sit right here. Doesn't have to, but he could sit right here. And then 3 block here. And then a square block in the center. That seems kind of weird, but let's see if it works. 3 block here. That's the 3 block. This is this guy right here. Three block. No, we're actually 1 block short. Or we're 1 block too many. Because we don't reach this guy. Okay. Ooh. Ugh. I don't like this at all. Okay. So then another thought is to bring this guy right here to cover these blocks. And then we can take this guy and have him cover this block. So right now we've got this right here plus these. And then I've got 3 blocks and a 1 block to work with. So 1 block and 3 blocks. Okay, that's not too bad. Now I just have to remember where I put everything. Okay, so that's the lower corner taken care of. This would be... Sorry, that... So this is the lower right. And then adding in the top left, I have these blocks right here. And then I add in 1. There's my 3 block. Like that. Boom. Okay, so that one looked pretty nasty, but it actually wasn't too bad. This is the same... Oh, no! It's the same puzzle, but now I have to come up with a different solution. Okay. Interesting. So I can't... Huh. So how do I do this? Okay. Here's a really weird thought. To put the... You there, then I've got a 3 block and a 1 block. But that doesn't get to you. Okay, so that won't work. So my thought was to take this guy right here and plug him in here, and then use this L-shaped block here, and then we would use the other dot, and the other dot would go here, the 3 block would go there, but we end up not reaching this 3 block and including it in the same area. So that will not work. We could... What could we do? Ah, okay. Let's try it like this. So we go here, and then the 3 block comes down, the 1 block over, like that. Yeah! Awesome! Okay. I know we've only got a few left to go, but this is kind of where we're going to break off the episode, so I will finish up these puzzles next time, and then we will continue on through more parts of the cave. I'm thinking that we'll just kind of go through in a fairly linear fashion. Obviously, we could go through like this elevator and go through the other way, but I think that what we'll do is we'll finish up those ones in the cave, and then we'll come through and try and knock out these guys right here, and then get to the dreaded... Oh my gosh, I don't even... Oh man, these puzzles are going to be a nightmare. Okay, so that's the plan. So next time we finish up the mine down there, we hopefully get through these ones, and then we start on the lodge area? I don't know. We'll just go with it. Anyways, so I'm going to cut it off right here. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for all of you who have stuck through this series with me. I really appreciate all the likes, all the comments, all the helpful support, and the encouragement. It means the world to me. So, thanks again, and we'll see you again soon here on AP Games.